The logistics industry is an incredibly complex and diverse industry, and it's constantly changing all the time. And these changes may come from geopolitical instability, it might come from tightening government regulations, it could be changing taxation. Companies are also very capital constrained as margins are getting smaller and smaller. CargoWise as an application helps address many of these issues. If we just take one specific example of capital constraints. As a SaaS model, the application has very little upfront cost. It means it can be deployed anytime, any place, anywhere, wherever you have that internet connection, and you don't need to incur the cost for that upfront infrastructure. When we talk about capital constraints, we can also look at the margins a shipment's making. CargoWise has many tools built into it to help optimize the rate that you apply to your shipment, choosing the correct carrier, maybe based on price or even on their eco-credentials. Let's also take compliance changes and regulations around the world, the change in taxation and the change in the need for border compliance for customs clearances. CargoWise is expanding its foothold into many different countries and geographies around the world to help bring in those compliance regulations into a single platform. So you're not having to rely on external databases, that you're not having to rely on external resources to meet these compliance requirements. It's all built natively into one application. Let's also take geopolitical changes. You need a system that can scale, but also be able to react very quickly to these changes and build those into the application. So again, you're not relying on external applications to handle this, but you're not having to send your staff through extensive learning to know how to handle these changes. That should be done inside the application, and that's the real strength of CargoWise's foothold all around the world. By having one single platform that handles all of these processes, you not only reduce your infrastructure, you reduce the amount of skill set that you need within a company to handle all of these different applications. And you know that you're going to have a platform that's going to be future-proofed, whereas many of the old legacy systems are no longer in maintenance or in support. The CargoWise application has many feature enhancements that happen year after year. Some of these are driven by our customers, by their needs and their features that they want to see included into the application. Others have been driven by government requirements. But it's important that the application constantly evolves. It makes CargoWise the application for logistics.